February 6th, 1941. Dear Professor Einstein, I have here carried out a control of the control thermometer. I used 2 control thermometers and surrounded the mercury bulb of one with various materials. The thermometers were exchanged several times.
After demonstrating an increase in temperature from no known source as a result of exposure to concentrated orgone or life energies radiation within the Orgone Accumulator at Einstein's home, Wilhelm Reich returned to his laboratory in New York City, where he was to await news from Einstein regarding his own conclusions once the experiment was replicated by himself. What went through Wilhelm Reich's mind and heart while awaiting news from Einstein, knowing the implications that the discovery of the life energy carried for human evolution, and that now a possibility was opened to make this knowledge a universal deed available to all of humanity at the hands of Einstein, would have been a tremendous weight over his soul.
It appears that both control thermometers indicated the same temperature as long as I adhered to the rule not to hang them in the vicinity of a wall, but to hang them at a distance of at least 1 meter from the wall. When surrounded by a cotton pad, copper, rubber, or glass, the resulting temperature shows either no difference or a negligible 0.5 degrees Celsius 1.
During this waiting period, a letter was composed by Wilhelm Reich, defining the details of 2 procedures being undertaken by him. The first one was a control of the 2 experimental thermometers involved in the demonstration itself. One of the thermometers was to have the mercury tip wrapped by a number of different materials in order to confirm that the temperature in relation to the second thermometer with no wrapping around its mercury tip was the same. That is, it had to be discarded that the wrapping of the tip of the thermometer could make the temperature registered higher. This was demonstrated as exposed by Wilhelm Reich.
The large temperature difference of 0.5 degrees Celsius to 2 degrees Celsius occurs, according to my observations to date, only if one creates an enclosed metallic space and measures above the apparatus. The temperature difference is uniform and greater if one surrounds the closed metallic enclosure with organic material, and if one delineates the space in which the org temperature is being measured against the rest of the air.
The second event regarded the photographic capture of the orgone, or life energy's undulation. This would have been advised by Einstein. In this regard, Einstein could not discard subjectivity from his own impressions when he witnessed the undulating mist-like formation of the Orgone Radiation, as demonstrated by means of the orgonoscope. Hence, he had to see it as a photographic capture. Both of these processes, if requested to be undertaken by Einstein, already demonstrates a lack of true scientific integrity and intellectual refinement, for the reality of a heretofore unknown phenomena is determined by its effects in the physical plane of perception, after long, precise, and systematic process of investigation, where repeated tests lead to the unfolding of the phenomena under scrutiny to be verified as a fact. Nevertheless, Wilhelm Reich succeeded in capturing the image of the orgone, or life energy's radiation, as irradiating off the periphery of living and non-living organisms and matter, corroborated years after by Kirlian photography.
I proceeded several days ago, according to your advice, with systematic experiments to photograph the radiation. I already have several positive results. I will send you the material as soon as I succeed satisfactorily at demonstrating the radiation photographically.
May I request you again not to stay longer than 1 hour in the room in which the apparatus is, and to air out the lungs for several minutes with fresh air afterwards. With cordial greetings, yours, Wilhelm Reich.
The only record of what took place that fateful 1st of February of 1941 at Einstein's home during the demonstration of the temperature increase as a result of concentrated orgone radiation from within the accumulator is a handwritten note from Wilhelm Reich underneath the proposed date for that same appointment, written on the 28th of January. In this handwritten note, not translated in the official publication of the Einstein affair, the confirmation of the temperature increase is confirmed to have taken place at Einstein's place and in his presence. This letter, written on the 6th of February 1941, 5 days after the second meeting with Einstein, was never sent, and the translation into English is not offered in the published version. Only from the archives of the Orgone Institute can the translation, as performed by Eva Reich, be found.